We're now in the discussion or the topic plurality of crimes na makita sa Article 48 of the Revised Penal Code and in your Module 8. So to start with, Article 48 of the Revised Penal Code defines what a complex crime is. So according to Article 48, when a single act constitutes two or more grave or less grave felonies, as we have previously discussed na makita mo sa imo Article 9, what is a grave or less grave felony, or when an offense is a necessary means for committing the other, ang matabo, the penalty for the most serious crime shall be imposed. So as you can see sa Article 8, duwa ka bilog ang definition kung ano ang complex crime. First, there's a single act, isa kapag haboy or isa kapag tira, which constitutes or nagaproduce ng duha ka crime which is grave or less grave. So pag magnubo siya sa grave or magbubo siya sa less grave, maging light lang siya, hindi siya madala sa definition ng complex crime. And the second is an offense. This is a necessary means for committing another. So, two offenses, one of which kinanglan mo obrahon para mo-commit mo ang isa. So, present na complex crime, anong ginaobra para ma-determine ang liability sa kriminal or sa accused, ang penalty sa pinakaseryoso na crime, amo na siya ang i-impose in its maximum period. We will later on discuss kung paano kita nantaw sa mga periods nga gina-determine, ha? Okay. Plurality of crimes or concurso de delitos consists of the successive execution by the same individual of different criminal acts for any of which no conviction has yet been declared. So again, it's by the same individual executing different criminal acts. Although two or more crimes are actually committed, they constitute only one crime in the eyes of the law. And the reason for this is because there is only one intent. The evil intent of the offender is only one. Hence, there is only one penalty imposed for the commission of a complex crime. So, plurality of crimes in the Article 48 can actually be in many forms, one of which is compound crime, second is a complex crime, and another is a composite crime. We will now discuss complex crimes. Okay, so there are two kinds of complex crimes. First one is a compound crime. Compound crime, which exists under Article 48, which is when the offender performs a single act and that single act produces two or more grave or less grave felonies. So, amo ni siya ang ginatawag na compound crime. There's a single act and a single act that produce two or more grave or less grave felonies. Article 8 says that when a single act produces two or more grave or less grave felonies, the crime shall be penalized based on which of the two shall be the most serious crime. Natawon mo ang penalty sa pinaka-serious, i-impose mo siya in its maximum period. So, if the crime produces two or more grave or less grave felonies, the penalty for the most serious crime shall be imposed. And ang second kind ng complex crimes, it's complex crime proper, which exists when an offense is a necessary means to commit the other offense. So, kung makita mo diri ang two kinds of complex crimes, they are both found in Article 48. So, let's discuss a compound crime. There's a compound crime when a single act constitutes two or more grave or less grave felonies. Always remember that. Single act produces two felonies, compound crime na siya. Okay? So, a single act results in two or more grave or less grave felonies. What are the requisites? First, that only a single act is performed by the offender. Second, that the single act produces two or more grave felonies or one more grave and one more less grave felony or two more less grave felonies. Okay? Paano mo na siya i-illustrate? For example, there was a rally or a meeting on a plaza. A threw a bomb. Because of the act of A of throwing a bomb, two persons died, while five others were fatally wounded but survived. So what crime was committed by A? Because two persons died, we have double murder. Two cases of murder. Five others were fatally wounded but survived. So double murder with multiple frustrated murder. It is based on a single act. Ano single act? Ang paghaboy niya sa isa ka bomb. Therefore, the penalty for the most serious crime, which is murder, again, we have dua ka murder, lima ka frustrated murder. So, combine mo na sila tanan. Ang pinaka-grave sa ila between murder and frustrated murder is obviously murder, di ba? So, since the most serious crime is murder, it shall be the penalty for murder shall be given to A, which shall be imposed in its maximum period. The basis for this is the singularity of the act that produced the many, many crimes. So that is what we mean when we discuss or when we hear the word compound crime. In People versus Nelmida, a Supreme Court decision, the Supreme Court said that in compound crimes under Article 38, the singularity of the act is the essence of the crime. Singularity of impulse is not written in the law. Therefore, there must only be a single act performed by the offender, and the said single act must produce two or more grave or less grave felonies. Therefore, if one of the resulting felony is a light felony, then you cannot complex it because ang nakabutang lang is grave or less grave felonies. Okay. What is a complex crime proper or delito complejo? An offense is a necessary means for committing the other. Here, when the offender executes various acts, he must have a single purpose. So, no requisites. First, there are at least two offenses that were committed. Second, that one or some of the offenses must be necessary to commit the other. So, in comparison sa compound crime, dire duha ang ginobra nga acts or at least there were many acts that produced two offenses. But one or some of the offenses was the necessary means to commit the other. How do we illustrate that? Here we go. For example, in order to rape B, A forcibly abducted B against her will and with lewd design. Ano meaning ka lewd design? May pagnanasa. Okay? So, para ma-rape si B, si A, forcibly abduct niya si B against her will. What crime was committed by A? The crime committed is rape with forcible abduction. It's not rape for one charge and one charge for forcible abduction. But you charge it as rape with forcible abduction, which is one crime. Because forcible abduction was a necessary means in order to commit the crime of rape. Okay? So, that is what we mean when we say complex crime proper. What is another example? In order to swindle, A falsified a deed of absolute sale. So, anong i-charge mo? Is it one estafa and one falsification? No, you charge estafa through falsification of a public document, which is just one crime. Why? Because the deed of sale, which was a public document, was falsified in order to commit the estafa. It was a necessary means to commit the estafa. Therefore, the crime is not estafa and falsification of a public document, but estafa through falsification of a public document. Okay, now, we now define a special complex crime as well as a continuing and continued crime. Special complex crimes are when the law specifically fixes a single penalty for two or more offenses committed. How is this different sa discussed pa kagina? Here, there are actually two offenses committed that are not related to each other. But ang law mismo nagahatag or nagaspecify that you combine the two. Okay, so it is not a single act that produces the offenses. It is not one offense, which is a necessary means to commit the other. These are separate and different offenses. However, we combine them because the law combines them or specifies that they must be combined. How about a continuing and continued crime? It is when a single crime consisting of a series of acts, but all are arising from one criminal resolution. Let's illustrate. Okay. We first go to special complex or composite crimes. They're also called composite crimes. The substance is made up of more than one crime, but in the eyes of the law is only one, a single indivisible offense. Meaning, hindi ta sila ma-separate, hindi ta sila ma-divide because they are a single indivisible offense with one's prescribed penalty. And two, all those acts done in pursuance of the crime agreed upon are acts which constitute a single crime. So, anong mga examples ini? Robbery with homicide under Article 294, robbery with rape under Article 294, robbery with arson, kidnapping with serious physical injuries, kidnapping with rape, rape with homicide, arson with homicide. If you look at these crimes, they're actually quite different from each other. For example, Robbery with homicide. Do you need to kill somebody para makakawat kasi labalay? Hindi man, di ba? You do not need to kill in order to do that. You need to rob somebody's house in order to kill. No, hindi man. These are actually separate. So, pag may mga kawatan na magsulod sa imo balay para kawatan niya kamo, ang na-commit nila, the moment na nangawat sila is robbery. Pero, pag trip ka pa nila patson, eh, patay ang bilog mga pamilya, ang na-commit is homicide. So, paano mo na siya i-charge? Do you charge them with one robbery and one homicide? No, you simply combine. Why? Because the law says so. So, it is robbery with homicide and not charges of robbery and charges of homicide. You combine and you charge him with robbery with homicide. The same with everything else. Kidnapping with rape, rape with homicide, and arson with homicide. Same thing. Okay, next. The substance is made up of more than one crime. Again, we've discussed this. Okay, next. As we can see here in this table, makita mo anong difference ng special complex crime kag sa complex crime. Again, ang complex crime, define na siya sa Article 48, in which the law merely states two or more grave or less grave felonies or an offense is necessary to commit the other. However, in the case of a special complex crime or a compound crime, it is the law that provides for the crimes which should be combined. And under a special complex crime, the law provides for a single penalty. However, sa complex crime, there are two penalties or more. And ngitaon mo ang pinaka-serious kag ang penalty sa pinaka-serious ang impose mo in its maximum period. If you still need to study this or if it's a bit too fast for you, pwede nyo i-pause ang video and then just simply read what's written on the table. Lastly, let's discuss a continued and continuing crimes, also called delito continuando. Continued crimes, continuous or continuing, they are all the same, is when a single crime consisting of a series of acts, all arising from one criminal resolution. When the actor, there being unity of purpose and of right violated, commits diverse or meaning different acts, each one of which, although of a delictal character, merely constitutes a partial execution of a single particular delicto. Kabugdain siya diho, no? Ano ginanamin today? May lain-lain siya nga acts ng ginubra. Lain-lain and different times could be in different locations. Pero tanan sila is tungod may gusto siya nga execute nga isa lang ka particular nga crime. So, it is one particular intent, one particular crime, but made up of a series of different acts. Example, isa ka tawo, gusto niya mangawat sang bugas. No? On several occasions, steals wheat deposited in a granary. No? Sabutan mo may warehouse, gusto niya mangawat sa bugas. And ginangawat siya plenty of times. Hindi makawat tanan sa isa lang kapag sulod. So, nagsulod-sulod, suliwat, nagbalik-balik siya, gin amat-amat siya kawat. So, every time na magsulod siya, tapos magwa siya, na may dala siya nga, may bit-bit siya nga gintawat yung bugas, is it therefore different accounts of theft? For example, kapag 20 siya binagsulod kagwa kay hindi iya makarga tanan in one go, is it also 20 counts of theft? No. Instead on imposing on the culprit different penalties for each theft committed, he is punished for only one. Why? It is a continuing or continued offense because isa naman ang iya intent which was to steal. It is only because hindi kaya kargahon in one go, kakaliwat-liwat siya nga nagbalik. What is another example of this? For example, you kidnap somebody. A is kidnapped in Manila. Gidala siya sa Quezon City. Tapos gidala siya sa Bulacan. Gidala siya sa Pampanga. Gidala siya sa Baguio. The kidnapper was arrested in Baguio. So, can the case be filed in Baguio? Di ba ang atong rule was kung diin na commit ang krimen, dito lang siya pwede i-filean. This is the rule in criminal cases. So, if he was kidnapped in Manila, tapos gindala siya sa Baguio, pwedeng paagi pa siya sa QC, sa Bulacan, sa Pampanga, pwede mo bala siya i-filean kay sa Baguio kung din siya nadakpan, although ang kidnapping na totoo ang unay nga pagdakop na tabo sa Manila. Yes, why? Because the crime is a transitory offense or a continuing crime, which means that from Manila to Quezon City to Bulacan to Pampanga to Baguio, the crime was continuing. So a continuing offense is a continuous unlawful act or series of acts set on foot by a single impulse and operated by an unintermittent force or rather a continuing force, however long a time it may occupy. Although there is a series of acts, there is only one crime committed, hence only one penalty shall be imposed.